Hello class, this week's demo will be on Wix. As we discussed in the previous videos, I have added some videos in the playlist before this one, just explaining what Wix is, and a quick little demo on YouTube on how to navigate Wix. Of course, we'll be doing it together as well in this video. And then afterwards, I put a very in-depth video guide on navigating Wix and using the editor. Though all you really need should be this demo and of course some a little bit of practice on your own, right? Navigating that interface. But without further ado, let's go ahead and build a website on Wix. So if you did watch the videos on Wix, you'll see that the free version has everything you need. So I'm going to go ahead and manage my site. So if you already built a site and started making it, you can always delete it here by going to all sites and then manage sites. You can move this one to the trash, for example. So if you go to Wix and you haven't built a website yet, you should be taken to this dashboard page and you'll see a big create new website button. Wix is a little bit slow. I will say I've noticed, but that's probably because of kind of the features it offers, right? It does require quite a bit of code for you to make a website just through drag and drop. So just be patient with the website if you notice it's a little bit slow. So we're going to hit create new site. We're going to skip the AI as I've recommended before, as it might try to push you towards some premium features. I'm just going to put landing page. That is what we're looking for the Lab 10 assignment. Of course, you can search up for a specific template. Just be wary, right? If you use a template that has a lot of cool features, right, that means you're going to have to like take out a lot of those features that are on the template, a lot of pages, right, maybe a lot of buttons. If you start with a more simple template, yes, you'll have to do more work as far as creating the aesthetic, improving the visual components, adding your own images and such. But you kind of have to do that anyways, right, to make it your own. So I definitely recommend starting from a more simple template. The simpler, the better, in fact. And that way you can learn the Wix navigation even more. So, name of my website, I'm going to call it Pupusa Shop. We're going to hit continue. And then we're going to do just promote a business, keeping it simple. For my site goals. And then I'm going to make sure for Wix apps you skip completely. Because those are going to be some of the more premium features and more difficult ones to manage. For this stuff, you can go ahead and ignore it. These are the premium features it's trying to push for us. Just go ahead and hit design site. And then we're going to pick a template. Again, it's trying to push you towards the AI, which it can be useful in some cases, right? But again, I do recommend you just keeping it simple for the purpose of this lab. So landing pages, I'm going to look for one that doesn't look too complicated. You can hit the view to actually look at the landing page. This one's perfect. Nothing too crazy going on in this one. And now we have a template to work with. We'll be going over the different design tabs here. So let's go ahead and adding some. So I'm going to not enhance it with AI again. We're just trying to push right their products forward, trying to get you to pay for some things. So did go over the different menu tabs. This is the media tab. This is where you can upload your own stuff, own images, audio, videos, etc. This is the design tab. So this is the site design if you want to change the color theme, the background of a page. If you want to add transitions between your pages, kind of like we did in PowerPoint. You can change the text fonts, the themes, pretty much all those fine-tuned changes, those small details, right, in your design. Then, of course, we have our site pages and menu. So this one's pretty simple. There's just a home page here. There's no other pages on this website, so it's definitely a useful one to use. And then we have our sections here. That's if you want to add inside this page different sections of the page. So you typically add a section for a topic. say you have some items for sale, you might create a section just for that. So you can go here, for example, services, and you can create a service section. If you want people to contact you, you can create a contact section. You can add all these sections and move them around using these arrows. There's the move section down. So this is the welcome section. This is the header. This is the product section. There's another product section, and then this is the footer. So this pretty much has everything I need. I can just go ahead and change some of the elements. If you want to add some pre-built elements, you can go here. So you have text, images, buttons. You won't really need to use buttons for this website, though I do encourage you to navigate that if you're curious about the more advanced features. We have decorative, we have boxes. So it's very similar to Canva in that sense, right? The only two ones you're going to avoid are these two. So this is your app market. So those are the premium features. Typically premium features, not all. And then we have forms and payments. That's if you want to handle real transactions on your website. We're not going to need these. All right, so something really useful because we worked on some visual components in Lab 9 is to go here to your Canva. And we're going to import some of our assets here. So for example, I have my Adidas post here. Sorry, my Adidas logo design. So I can download it. You should have already downloaded it, right? If you submitted Lab 9. And then I'm going to go ahead and go to my media here. I'm going to click on this upload button, this blue one. I'm going to click on upload from computer. We'll go to my downloads, and then it's Adidas PNG. Technical issues. Let's try that again. I think I have it over here as well. Interesting. So let's go ahead and let me debug this real quick. Yeah, it appears because I am on a work computer, it's not letting me upload media to this website editor. However, for the upload media, you can always go to media from Wix and upload some of these images. On your regular computer, right, you shouldn't see that error pop up. I'm just going to go ahead and add this picture to my page. And there it is. Whoops. You can always do Control Z. Notice because there's a lot of layers going on, sometimes you could lose track of your picture. If you right click on any element, you'll get a menu of options. And just like we saw in Canva, you can move this to the front, move backwards, and to back, etc. So I'm going to click on this image. It does sometimes take quite a few clicks to get to what you want to be selected. That's okay. I notice this has a lot of background, so I'm going to use my crop. You can also access that through the right click. And then I'm going to make this background disappear. Apply. And then I'm going to put this right underneath this box. First, I'm going to get rid of that raw. So if you want to delete an element, you could just backspace or delete, and then it's gone. You need to undo, right? You can use this undo arrow, redo arrow, or you could use Control Z, Control Y, and call this pupusa shot. I don't really need. So what does the start cleanse do? Okay. If you want to see what one of these buttons do, you could just hit the preview, and it'll take you to the actual website, what users will be. Now this is appearing to go to a link. So you would link this to like your social media, whatever the case might be. Since I'm not going to be using any links, I'm going to go ahead and actually before I delete it, I will put a link to my YouTube here just to show you what that might look like if you did want to redirect. So I'm going to go to my channel, view my channel, and then I'm going to share my channel. So I'm just going to copy here youtube.com at Professor Vitus. And then we're going to go here. Oops. This is my template. This is my actual editor. So let's see. Button linked. Right now it goes to this URL. I'm going to replace it with my YouTube link. It says, do you want to open in a new or current window? I'm going to say new window. And then let's hit done. So now if I go to preview and I click this button, it does indeed take me to my YouTube page. Pretty cool. So I did that through the link. So I go back to my editor. You could have clicked on the button and click this little link option, or you could right click and then hit on link here. Two ways to get there. However, I'm not going to be using this. Just like we select text, you can select elements on Wix. Notice I selected all of these. I hit delete and boom, they disappear. These bottles I'm going to get rid of. And I'm going to look up for my own image. Now, of course, because of my particular computer, right, my company blocks it. So I'm going to go to elements here. Let's see, image, button, gallery. Yeah, let's go to gallery. Let's just search. Let's put Pusa. Nope, that's not what it was. Let's go to images maybe. Here it is. Pusa. There's no Pusa. Okay. El Salvador. Okay. This will work. I'll just put. I know this is blasphemy, but we don't have pictures of quesadillas, so it's not as robust as let's just say food. I'm gonna put meat. Yeah, just food. Okay. Let's just put some of this food photographer. All right, so notice how it's in the back of some of my images. If I wanted this to be in the front, it looks like I have some text there. I'll get rid of that in a sec. If I wanted this to be in the very front, I just right click, I go to arrange, and then let's put it backwards or bring it to front, etc. So now this should be covering some of my other elements. This one is kind of covering, so I'm going to move backwards. Let's send to the back, actually. Is this going to the back? It says it is. Get rid of this. Deleting elements. So it looks like there's a layers element that's kind of at play here. So we're going to explore that. We're going to go to overlapping items, see all layers. So I have these different images. I have my welcome and then I have my product. So I'm going to move this layer above and let's see what happens. Let's see. We should have covered it. Oh, I see. It's because it's between two different sections. The layer's not picking up. I guess something to be mindful is that you don't want to put your images between two sections. Make sure you drop it on an actual section here. I'm going to drop it here in this section. And now my layering is as I expect. So now it's in front of it. Okay, I'll expect. Here you can change the text just by clicking on it. Sometimes you have to double click, right? Just to get in that editor. If you want on any section, you can do quick edit, where you can change the layout, change the content. For example, here on content, I can change the background, change the images. If I do quick edit on this one, I can edit all the title, descriptions, buttons, etc. Yeah, pretty cool. So you don't have to edit, inside the page, you can always do it through this quick edit toolbar. So quick way of doing that. Let's go ahead and for our menu, we have our home page here, right? So if I preview and I go to home, it's gonna just take me here, right, to the home page. So not really doing anything interesting. Let's go ahead and add a section here. So I'm gonna add a menu item, and then I'm going to make it for a particular section. So I'm gonna take my products one section and add it to my menu. And notice now I have two menu items. So if I go to my preview and I click on products one, it will take me to the first product here. So that's possible through the menu. So here it's menu. And make sure that it's site menu. Now remember, if you have a more complicated template, right, it might be harder to navigate this. So always a good idea to start with something simple. In fact, you could even choose the same template that I did. All right, so let's see. Let's go with the color theme. Let's change some of these colors. Let's see. Change theme. Here it is. So if you want to quickly change the colors across the website, you could do this. Now, if there's a lot of images or pre-built stuff, it might not change too much. But for the most part, it looks like this template does respond to these different themes. I might keep something like this. Just be mindful when you're changing the color themes, right? Sometimes your text might blend in, so make sure you're keeping an eye out for the colors, right? For backgrounds, you can change the page background for one page, but you can also apply this to all the other pages if you want. There's the apply to all other pages option. And yeah, that's pretty much it. A lot of it will be your own customization, right? You adding your own text or your own images. So it's really totally up to you. You don't really have to add additional pages. You can just keep it as one single page, right? It is a landing page, so landing page is where users or customers, they essentially land, right, to get some information on your business or product or service. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this week. I do want to show you one trick though before we move on. I noticed that students, when they're importing their images, right, you can't do the transparent background. That's a Canva premium feature, unfortunately. So if you wanted to make this blend in with, for example, this color background, there's a little trick you can do on the internet. We're going to do get color from image on Google and go to the first link. Notice this website, imagecolorpicker.com. So if you give this website a picture, it can actually get the colors and the codes for those colors from the picture. So I'm going to do a screenshot. Remember, that's possible through snipping tool. On Windows, if you're on Mac, there's a different shortcut for that you can look up. I'm going to go here and I'm going to paste. Use image. I'm going to paste my image here. Hit Control V. You could also save the image and then upload it. But notice I can get the exact color code here so that when I download my Adidas logo, for example, and I drop it into my website so that I don't worry about the color being off, I can look up this color here. And there you go. And I should change this color too. And so now if I drop this Adidas logo into my Wix website editor, it'll blend in perfectly with the background. So just, those little professional touches, making sure everything blends in. Always a good idea. Of course, a lot of these apps have background removers, but like I've said before, those are some premium features. And as we saw in the video before this one, right, the one I linked on YouTube in this playlist, a lot of the more advanced features, right, are going to be premium. But everything you need, right, to build the website for this lab should be free. And of course, you can publish this website. Once you're ready to submit this, you can hit publish. It'll generate a link where you can view the website. Here's the link. You can do view site. It'll also take you to that link. And then we'll go view site. So this is a real link, real website. You hit done. We don't want to edit the mobile site, not required for this class. You can also unpublish the website here through this little menu. I just hovered over publish. And then if you want to unpublish it, that's generally a good idea if you're not ready to submit. But yeah, once you navigate to the website, this link right here, this is the one you would submit. So that's it for Wix. I know I haven't gone into a bunch of detail, right? I could definitely make this video longer, but I want y'all to navigate the interface right on your own, learn it. As much as I could teach you every single button, right? The best way to explore any software, right, is by using it. So good luck with the Wix website editor. As you see in the videos, it's one of the best, easiest to use, right, for beginners. Of course, right, for those of you who are new to computers, right, there's going to be a learning curve. But as you've seen, right, as you've executed in all these other weeks of work, you have all the skills you need, right, to conquer, right, the software, to use it to solve the problems you need it to solve. You've proven to yourself, right, that just with a little bit of work, a little bit of time, that you can really learn anything, right? And especially with the computer, especially with the internet. If you have any troubles, right, any issues, you can always Google it, right? Try ChatGPT, or even go on YouTube, right, to find some more visual guides for whatever you're trying to accomplish. So if you're stuck, right, we can no longer use that excuse, oh, I tried everything, I can't do this. You probably haven't tried everything, right? If you have an internet connection and a good solid understanding of computers, right? You can always work your way around the problem and find the solution. Something I shared with my in-person class, one of the best skills I've developed, whether it would be from school, right, in my professional experience, in my volunteering experience, it's all about problem solving. If you become a great problem solver, you're going to be a great employee, a great asset, and even just like a great community member, right? Because there's always problems we can solve for our friends, family, and people in our community. So yeah, I invite you to take on this challenge, right? Try this out. I promise you probably didn't imagine you building a website, right, when you first started this class. But of course, right, with the cool software that we have available to us in the modern day, anything is possible, including just a beginner to computers being able to build their own website. All right, so good luck. And as always, feel free to reach out if you have any questions or need extra